Hello Libras. Welcome to your August reading. If this is your first time stopping by, and if you haven't subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button. It does help me a lot to continue making these videos for you guys. Thank you so much. I highly appreciate your love and support. I want to wish you all a great month, and now let's get started with the first week. So with the Five of Swords, I see a lot of conflict, a lot of disagreements, differences in opinions, differences in point of views. You will be feeling like your back is against the wall, like someone is constantly attacking you. They're being unfair, then being unjust. You're feeling like your freedoms and your individuality and your ego is being attacked by this person that might make you feel like you're wrong, like whatever decisions you're making, they're not the right decisions, that you should be acting a certain way, that you should be listening. So it's trying to take away your individuality in a way, just making you feel like you don't have options, you don't have a way to go, and putting you into this corner is going to make you react, Libras. And Libras in general are very peaceful. You're very peaceful, loving. You always want to compromise. You don't like confrontation. But because you are put in a position like this, now you will say something. Now you will speak up for yourself. I see also saying the conversation, it might even get to a point when both parties will say the very last word. It can even become aggressive, because you're trying to hurt the other, you're feeling hurt, so now you're trying to hurt the other person's feelings as well. But at the end of this, no one will feel happy with the results. Both, either you or the other person, will feel like, wow, why did I get to that point? Why did I say so much? Why did I take the conversation to this point that was not necessary? Okay, so this is not a good situation for both parties, but you have to defend yourself, because you are feeling like your freedom is being censored, or you're not able to express and say and act on who you are. That's what I'm feeling for you guys with the Five of Swords. Also, this is also an indication of theft. So be careful when it comes to your belongings. When you're in restaurants, cars, make sure you always keep your windows locked. You lock your car, everything. Make sure your belongings are with you, because at times, as I said, the five, it's an indication also of someone stealing from you or taking something. Of course, this is not going to happen for all you Libras. This is a general reading, but just in case, if you have people around you that you're not really confident about them, or you don't completely trust them, make sure you don't allow them too close to your home, or too close to your place of business, or just make sure you're safe. That's what I'm feeling, because with a Five of Swords, it can start from a disagreement and it can escalate to even something physical and something even more severe. So make sure you always keep it at a point when, okay, we might not have the same point of view, you might have different opinions, but we need to still keep it cordial and rational without blowing things out of proportion. But a lot of this has to do with the King of Wands. I see someone in your life who is very, very toxic, and this can be an employer, this can be your partner, this can be a family member, a friend, someone very close to you. But I see with the King of Wands, this is a person that might have their rising sign or their sun sign in either Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. So there's a lot of fire energy here. This is a person that once used to be very successful. Now this person is not making as much, is not earning as much, is not where they used to be, but they still are trying to keep up with the appearances. So they still are spending more, and that is affecting the way they're acting and the way they're behaving towards you as well. But you have to be careful with this person, because this person is giving me the energy of someone who is very narcissistic, thinks about themselves. They're very good at manipulating conversations and manipulating situations into making you feel like you're the one that it's in the wrong, even though they have wronged you. They might be so passive aggressive that they constantly make you feel like nothing is really happening. They're attacking you in a very discreet way, and then when you explode, then they act like, okay, see, that's why we have issues, because you're the one exploding, without really taking any responsibility. So if you're dealing with someone who constantly blames things only on you, they never take any responsibility for anything, that is a good sign of you dealing with a narcissist, okay? Because it takes two to tangle. It takes two people to have a disagreement and to have a fight and to have a conflict. You're not fighting with yourself, you're fighting or you're disagreeing with this person. So both parties have some type of responsibility, and might be wrong in some way. But as I'm seeing with the King of Wands here, this is a person that likes to flirt. It's not, especially for those who are in a relationship with a king, I'm seeing that he likes to flirt. He likes to have, options, his options open and everything else. But when it comes to you, he's very possessive, very jealous, wants to keep you at bay, doesn't want the same freedoms, even for going out. Simple things as, oh, who is allowed to go out, who is allowed to have friends, who is allowed to have fun without the partner, go on vacation on weekends by themselves, who is allowed to do all those things and who is not. And at times, this person is so able to switch and turn things around that is really making you doubt yourself, doubt your own thoughts, and doubt your own opinions. And this is a very powerful person, okay? This is a person that has been doing this for a long time, so they know exactly what to do and how to manipulate everything and how to keep the situation under control. And what I'm feeling for you guys in the third week with the Eight of Cups in reverse, I do feel that this has been going on for a long time, okay? This is not something that is just happening in August. There has been so many times when you have felt disappointed, felt maybe alone, like you were not getting the same support and love and attention that you deserved. And I'm feeling that at this point, even though with the 8, you know that you want to leave. You know that the best thing for you to do is to end this and move on with your life, end this relationship, whatever type of relationship might be. You're ready to end it and start something new. But you're thinking that you're inside your heart, inside your intuition is telling you that that's the right thing. But practically, you're not ready yet. You might still maybe rely on this person. As I said, this is a powerful person, so you might be relying from this person financially and you're not ready to move out on your own. You might have children together, or you might be working for this person and you feel like you can't find another job. They can be different reasons for different people. It's just I'm seeing that with the Eight of Cups, there's a need here to get your power back, to take back control of your life, take your power back. Because what is happening here, Libras, I'm feeling that you guys are at this time, you're kind of angry at your own self for allowing this to continue for so long. Sometimes you tell yourself, wow, like this is really my fault. Why am I allowing this person to treat me this way? Even though you might know that they're wrong, you still think, why am I allowing this to continue happening? Why don't I have that strength to change or take responsibility over my life and leave and do what's right for me? So there's a lot of thinking, doubting, feeling between crossroads, like you have to make a decision. And finally, in the last week with the Hanged Man, I see that this is going to be the time for you to really take a step back, a few steps back, and look at everything from like an outside perspective. Sometimes when you're too involved into a specific situation, you're so emotional, you can't really rationalize anything. You're kind of in a fog. The idea is to get out of the fog and look at what's happening, what's going on. If you would to be your own best friend, okay? Because sometimes when you ask other people or you take advice from other people, it can be difficult because no one knows exactly what's going on, okay? If you're angry at someone and you're telling a story to someone else, you're venting at them, obviously you're gonna just say the worst things for them. If you're happy and you're content, you're gonna, speak very highly of that person. But you yourself, you can be your own best friend, and even though it's very hard to do, try to kind of distance yourself. Take that time to meditate, take the time to be by yourself, spend time in nature, reflect, just think, analyze things, make a decision when you're calm and also not super emotional, but you can rationalize things, and you can look really exactly what's happening, what's going on. You can and do that. The Libra trait is to kind of weigh your options, see all the positive aspects or all the positive characteristics that this person has and all the negatives, and kind of weigh your option and see what is the best decision to do. But there's some sacrifices here that needs to be made with the Hangman. You can't have everything, okay? You can't continue to play the victim role. You have to be, for yourself, you have to acknowledge your own mistakes. You have to be accountable for yourself. The change has to start with you. Okay, you can't change someone else, but you can change yourself. You can change the way you perceive something, the way you understand, the way you feel about something. You can change that within yourself if you shift your focus into something else, but you can't change another person. They're either going to be like this, or they're going to, if they decide to change, that's going to be on them. But take the time. Definitely the last week of August, I see this as being a week who you will just focus on making a decision, focus on getting clarity, focus on having that peace, that inner peace. And what's going to really help you is the Kambaba jasper. This is actually one of the oldest stones found. It's more like a fossil, because it's supposed to be about 3 billion years old. It's rare. I don't own Kambaba jasper myself, but it's a great stone to bring balance to your root chakra and give you that protection, and also connect and open your heart chakra, because that beautiful green color, it attracts abundance, it attracts love, unconditional love, peace, harmony, tranquility within your life is connected. It's also a stone that it's supposed to, if you keep it close to plants, it's supposed to help plants grow. So in the same way, it makes you feel grounded. It makes you feel connected to the earth. It makes you feel alive. It helps bring that peace within your heart, within your soul. So if you can't find it, I will highly recommend the Kambaba jasper. Meditate with it, hold it in your hand while you're walking in a park and you're touching a tree, or you're just smelling the air from trees and flowers, and you're outside. That's gonna be beautiful to keep with you, the Kambaba jasper. And it's also connected with Libras as well, Libras and Pisces. And from the astrology oracle, the message is Mercury. Okay, we have Mercury as a planet, and Mercury, it's all about intellect, information, communication. It's traveling, moving, talking to people, being active, kind of like a teenager energy. When you're feeling very active, moving around, just absorbing information, analyzing everything. So Mercury also rules Geminis and Virgos. Okay, both very smart, very intellectual signs. One of the characteristics that you have to use during this time is that of getting information, preparing yourself, analyzing things. As I said, if you truly are in a toxic relationship and you're thinking about different ways to maybe free yourself, you should look for options, know your rights, know where can you ask for help, know what your options are in terms of help from the government or from different institutions, or who can help you. Know your rights as well. Know sometimes, because that's why I said it's also important to know the trades, because you are doubting your own self. You might not know that this person is manipulating you because they're doing it in such a manner that are making you doubt your own self. They're gaslighting you. So now start by thinking, start by learning, start by reading, get as much information as you can for yourself. Okay, Mercury, as I said, it's all about information. Even at work, if you're working and you feel like you are being overworked, or you're not being respected enough, or you feel like people are abusing their power, what can you do? What are the rules of the organization? What help can you get from human resources, or whatever options are available to you? And that all comes from information. That all comes from knowing. That's the very first step. Keep in mind, Mercury, use some of those characteristics of Mercury during the month of August. And the last message from the Oracle of Love is, if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. So beautiful, beautiful message. First, number one thing is to know your rights, know your resources, know your options, and after that, follow your heart and do what your heart is telling you, okay? I wouldn't just advise to just follow your heart and not be prepared at all and just make decisions, just make rush decisions, because then you can end up in an even worse situation than the one you're in. But make sure, unless your life is at risk and you're seriously in danger, but unless that, make sure you know the different options that are available to you. What can you do for yourself to improve your situation? I think that's very, very important here, okay? And then follow your heart, follow your intuition. Don't be scared. Fight for what you believe in. Fight for your rights. Fight for your freedom and for your, for being able to express yourself. If this person is confining you, is stressing you, is making you feel like you can't really be yourself, then there's a time to really ask and really fight for your own voice. Okay, my friends, I wish you all the best. I hope for those of you who are related and resonated with this reading, that I hope that things go well for you, and I hope that you are able to feel peace and happiness and improve the situation. I wish you all the best. If you enjoyed this reading, please share it with other friends as well, and I see you next time. Bye-bye.